Okay, thank you very much. This is like we have especially this section for discussion, and we know the Taiji and Qigong has been developed for many years, and of course we do have facing some issues and some successful models. We wanted to invite it from different fields, which from Wushu field, martial art fields, we call the Taiji sports. Okay, from the international development field, our Bill Douglas, very famous and for developing so many years to support Taiji. And the other one for medical and wellness field, President Ron Zaidman, and for have a developed what we call the Chinese medicine 5-branch university, which is a very top high quality teaching university for the students, especially in the acupuncture. Very respect for many years developed this Chinese medicine for our community, for support it. And also, this is all joined together. We want to see funding this is just a free discussion channel, part. We'll see asking you opinion and what do you think about it, how we can develop. It's only about 20 minutes, a very few sentences. So then first one, I like to ask Marcus, if you can, sharing the Pan-American and also globally in the development, or what do you thought about this?
Okay, may I share my screen?
Oh yeah, sure, yeah.
Can you see my?
I see you, yeah.
Okay. So, greetings, everyone. I'm Marcos Alves from Brazil. I'm Brazilian Wushu Confederation Secretary General, Vice President of Pan American Wushu Federation, and International Health Qigong Federation AD member. And before I start, I'd like to thank Mr. Li Shudong for the initiative to organize and host the 2021 first International Tai Chi Science Online Forum. I'm sure that during these days, we will be able to share experience. These exchange and learning experience are very important and enriching, especially because of these difficult times we are going through, with some restrictions due to the COVID-19 pandemic. On my today's presentation, I'm going to talk about strategies for promotion and development of Tai Chi and Qigong in developing countries. We all know that many organizations leaders around the world are continuously trying to define and find the best strategies to spread Tai Chi and Qigong efficiently, despite the difficulties that some countries and regions face. Please allow me to make a kind of SWOT analysis of Tai Chi and Qigong promotion. And today, due to our short time, I will focus on some points that I consider the most relevant, especially for Latin America and maybe some countries in Africa. Well, for those who are not so familiar with SWOT analysis means, it is the initials for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. It indicates a framework for helping the organization's leaders to identify and prioritize the main goals for the Tai Chi and Qigong growth, and to further identify the better strategies to achieve them. I would also say that for us, the core of this analysis is identify the problems, weaknesses, and difficulties. And then after that, think about how to solve them, applying the opportunities and research we have, considering the current world scenario. So now I'm gonna talk about the strengths. I got here 4 main points. 1, our region has great potential for development. 2, great interest in learning and practicing Tai Chi and Qigong. 3, a large number of Chinese martial arts practitioners or people who already work with traditional Chinese medicine. And fourth, Tai Chi and Qigong can be practiced everywhere in small areas like living room, office, or even in your bedroom. Let's talk about weaknesses and difficulties. Regarding to economic difficulties, most countries in this region are poor countries. And two, geographical distance, the distance from Latin American countries to China, for example. And three, language barriers, difficulties on communication from Spanish or Portuguese speakers. Maybe they face, some of them face difficulties to understand Chinese or even English speakers. Therefore, we need to find alternatives that reduce costs, but at the same time, allow us to keep connected with top-level coaches. Now about opportunities and talking about technology. Nowadays, most people are very familiar with video conference apps, and through them, we can have meetings, forums like this, technical course, one-way exams, and exploring these tools allow people stay connected, reach great number of people, spread and improve technical skills, and promote Tai Chi and Qigong efficiently. Well, maybe one of the most positive things that the pandemic brought us was the possibility of becoming familiar with the technology. Before, it seemed impossible to think about so many activities, exchange, and knowledge being shared online. Today, we realize that this is not only possible, but it has also become a very useful and powerful tool to reach more people. And these, of course, will contribute to the development and promotion of Tai Chi and Qigong faster and more efficient way. The face-to-face teaching will never be replaced, but I think that we must keep holding online events like this. It shows us it is an efficient way to spread knowledge and improve technical level with low investment, reaching a greater number of people from different countries. The key point is to find a balance between remote online activities and face-to-face activities. Online activities will reduce the cost and enable a great number of people, while face-to-face activities, which are extremely important for the development, especially for events like coach training course, to prepare new coaches who will promote more and more Tai Chi and Qigong. Both will require a lot of commitment from all stakeholders to get high-level coaches globally. I'm very confident and optimistic about the future of Tai Chi and Qigong in the world as a very popular modality and is strongly disseminated in all 5 continents.
That's great. Yeah. Thank you very much. So
thank you so much.
Yeah, that's wonderful. So sharing your knowledge to support it. So many years he's developed and support international events in tournaments, in coaching and judging. So Shudong is very active and for develop Chinese martial art and Tai Chi. So next one, I like to ask Justin Elders, if you can have give us probably 4 minutes.
Okay. Well, I didn't do as much homework, so that will be easier. Thank you, Marcus. That was great. So I myself have been teaching, I might not look it, but I've been teaching Taiji since 2002. So it's actually coming up on 20 years. And in that span of time, I can remember that there was very few scientific studies out at that time. And compared to now, there's a lot more health studies and peer-reviewed studies, university studies. showing the health benefits. And I really think this is the key to, especially here, I can mostly speak from my country, United States. United States, this is going to be the key to general, and I believe most of the world too, to a general population accepting Taiji and becoming interested in the beginning. Once you really get into Taiji, you know, there's so much more that you stay for. But I believe that this is one key reason that people come out and give it a shot. And they might end up loving it for all the other benefits and all the other aspects. So when I was asked to speak here at this Taiji Science Forum, I love the combination of the two words there. That was really, really nice. I think we need more of this kind of event where we can pool resources, where we can discuss more, and then basically kind of maybe even could even eventually turn into more guidelines, you know, not like mandated rules, but teaching aids and things to help teachers and new teachers, for example, to introduce all of these things properly and give them lots of research, lots of different materials and educational resources. Because when people are out there promoting their practice, they're teaching in the community centers, in colleges, at parks or private businesses, whatever it might be, the first impression that people find when they find that first person, that's often is what the person gets. If they love it, then they find lots of teachers and they learn lots of different modalities. But I do meet a lot of people who say, oh, I've tried that. I walked up and I couldn't figure out what it was about, and the teacher didn't explain much to me. So I think that getting a really good help and a lot of resources for more people in our community of teachers and professionals who are out there promoting it, they can promote with a much more rich and valuable reasons to train. And as you start, you can get a good introduction about why we're doing this, exactly the unique benefits of Taiji and this sort of exercise. And I think that this in itself can really contribute a lot to just how many people are sticking to it, the retention, and how many people are coming in the door in the first place, both sides. More people coming in, more people staying.
I agree with that. That's very important. Now, yeah, thank you, Justin, for okay. Next one, we like to Bill Douglas give us. So based on your experience, I like to hear your very unique, just 2 or 3 points you can to explain the development you already made it, and also what's the next one, you know, we should do, you know, couple 2 or 3 few points to shrinking down, let us understanding very, very unique part you already done, and what's the next we do.
Okay, well, I'm going to screen share for just a second to come back to something.
I got it. Okay.
This is a map of the World Tai Chi and Qigong Day events. So we've been organizing for 20 years to get Tai Chi and Qigong groups worldwide to hold mass public exhibitions and teach-ins, free public exhibitions and teach-ins. And so as you can see, it's been World Tai Chi and Qigong Day has been celebrated in hundreds of cities in over 80 countries on 6 continents. And we're hoping that everybody will get involved. Last Saturday of April, if you go to worldtaichiday.org, you can join our newsletter and then learn more about the new project that we're working on. Now, the World Tai Chi and Qigong Day, one of the things that we've done is we've helped at worldtaichiday.org, we help Tai Chi and Qigong teachers and organizers and collectives all over the world to gain media attention. So we show them how to contact their local media to get their event covered so that they can use that platform to explain to the public the science and the medical and health benefits on Tai Chi and Qigong. But the other avenue that we've taken is we've taught Tai Chi and Qigong enthusiasts and professionals worldwide how to get official proclamations from their governments. So the World Tai Chi and Qigong Day organizers in Brazil got the National Brazilian Congress, the National Council of Deputies, to officially proclaim World Tai Chi and Qigong Day for the nation of Brazil. And we've gotten 22 US governors to proclaim it for their states. The Senate of Puerto Rico, different government bodies and embassies have supported us, and consulates all over the world. And I'm just going to end the screen share here if I can. Okay, so our next project, the project that we're working on, that we're launching now, is the Global Transformation Project. Because when you look at the science on mind-body practices like Tai Chi, Qigong, yoga, meditation, mindfulness, what you realize is that these things should be in public schools worldwide. We know that Tai Chi can boost the immune system by 50 to 100%, help our T cell counts, increase CD4 T cell counts. These are things that are really important today. And the United Nations, with the proclamation of the United Nations, we could get them to educate educators, public educators all over the world, of how mind-body practice, science-based mind-body practices like these could be create a hybrid mind-body education taught in age-appropriate ways from kindergarten through university, and be teaching children how to cultivate these mind-body skills. And in doing so, it would increase the IQ of the students based on the science. If you go to worldtaichiday.org, you'll see the science links. Increase the IQ levels of the students, improve test scores, dramatically improve their health, their immunity, their resistance to viruses. And also it reduces bullying, and it would, in the future, it would reduce police costs and prison costs and many social costs. So we have the ability to literally transform the planet. And I think the fastest way that we can do it is to use science in public education. And so if you can join us at worldtaichiday.org to become part of the Global Transformation Project push to get a United Nations resolution to get mind-body practices into public schools worldwide, not as a mandate, but to educate educators and to provide them with, connections to, like Chinese masters and Indian yogis and, experts from around the world, to create a science-based program that would become a fundamental part of public education worldwide. I think it would change the planet faster than anything that I could think of.
Yeah, thank you. That's a good point. That is, and especially you bring up a very good point. Next one will be, let's our president Ron Zaidman give us a shorter and it's really give us a short presentation, please. Yeah, yes. President Ron Zaidman. Yep.
Thank you. Well, Dr. Li Shudong, thank you for organizing this. This has been one of the most exciting conferences I've ever attended. And thank you, Professor Douglas, for your presentation and for the work that you're doing. I wasn't aware of it, and I will definitely. Okay, so let me introduce myself. So I'm president of a traditional Chinese medicine college in the US. There's 60 colleges that are accredited and teach traditional Chinese medicine. Our name, Five Branches University, comes from the traditional 5 branches of traditional medicine, which are, of course, acupuncture, herbal medicine, and then dietetics and Tui Na. And 5th is Tai Chi Qigong, and we consider it the most important because as we've discussed in this conference, if you have that, you may not even need the other modalities, for your health, because that is such a powerful way to sustain our health. So I'm the president of the university. This is our dean, Joanna Giles. And in the US, we teach a 4-year program in order to become a licensed acupuncturist. And the majority of our students have 4 years of college before that. And we also teach a postgraduate program, which is 2 years, which leads to a postgraduate doctorate. And all of these programs have in it the Tai Chi and Qigong. It's inherent in our programs. And like other universities, we often have an extension program, which would do an extensive Tai Chi and Qigong course for the general public, not only for the students who are becoming licensed acupuncturists and herbalists. So that's the main thing. What we see in the future is, of course, all traditional Chinese medicine schools are teaching this. So many institutes around the world teach Qigong and Tai Chi. We're so grateful for that. And as Professor Douglas was saying, we need to get this now into all our universities and into all of our schools, because it is so important, not only for our health, but for the harmony of the planet. It is going to make a difference. It is going to make a difference. And the good news, at least from my point of view, is that I think the 21st century is the century of Asian ideas, just as the 20th and 19th centuries were industrial revolution and more scientific and Western ideas. So I think that that's the good news. And I wanted to show you a picture of the World Health Organization book on ICD-11. Any of you who are involved in healthcare know that ICD-9 and ICD-10, the International Codification of Diseases, is a code that's used by every doctor. And there's 10 million doctors on our planet. They use that same ICD-10 code. ICD-11, which is being made public this year, it's been 5 years in the development, includes traditional medicine. And they've started with traditional Chinese medicine theory. It's 500 pages long, and it includes all of the spleen qi deficiency, liver qi stagnation, and so forth. I mention it because at the end of their the standard, they say, okay, we've started with traditional Chinese medicine theory, but next we're going to put in traditional Chinese herbology. And I foresee that they will be putting in Qigong and Tai Chi because it is so essential to our well-being. So keep your eyes out for ICD-11. For the first time ever, it includes traditional medicine. Up till now, it only was Western medicine. So these doors are opening, and I foresee that Tai Chi and Qigong will be in there as well. Again, I wanted to thank Dr. Li Shudong again for organizing this. This has been a very stimulating and informative conference. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much. And we'll be end of the in China, it's the morning Beijing time. It's a morning section. We'll be starting afternoon section, but this will be later in here. But we'll be have a playback. Send the email links. We hope for more people can see this and to join together to develop Tai Chi in the future. Thank you very much, everyone.